Hello everyone, this is Crypto BitLaw, here with another blockchain legal brief, and today we're going to discuss a lawsuit filed by Yuga Labs regarding fake Bored Ape NFTs. But before we dive in, please, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And with that said, let's jump right on in. Alright, so here we can see Decrypt reports Yuga Labs lawsuit accuses Ryder Ripps of, quote, scamming consumers with fake Bored Apes. The suit claims that the artist's deliberate effort to devalue Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs is no mere monkey business. They say Yuga Labs, the company behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, has filed a lawsuit against Ryder Ripps, claiming the online provocateur has been scamming buyers with falsely equivalent NFTs in a deliberate effort to harm Yuga Labs at the expense of consumers. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique blockchain tokens that prove ownership over digital or physical assets, such as pieces of artwork or items in video games. Ripps, referred to in the suit as, quote, a self-proclaimed conceptual artist, is the creator of BAYC, an Ethereum NFT collection that features identical Bored Ape Yacht Club images he did not purchase. Ripps first began minting his BAYC NFTs on May 13th on Foundation, and after Yuga sent him an initial DMCA takedown claim, it quickly rescinded the claim when Ripps fought it. OpenSea, the largest NFT marketplace, has since removed Ripps's collection because of a claim of intellectual property infringement, but not before it saw nearly $3.5 million in total volume traded. Ripps responded to the lawsuit on Twitter, but did not respond to Decrypt on Friday when asked for additional comment on a blog post by BAYC co-founder that is, Gordon Goner, real name Wiley Arano, that now calls Ripps a, quote, demented troll. Here's the tweet from Ryder Ripps. It states, are they going to sue Dame Dash and Ethan Klein too? Okay. Yuga Labs, in part, wrote on Twitter on Friday that the group will continue to be transparent with our community as we fight these slanderous claims, and that it will continue exploring and pursuing all legal options at our disposal. The company, valued at $4 billion, is demanding a jury trial. From the lawsuit, quote, this is no mere monkey business. Very punny, very punny. This is no mere monkey business. These actions are calculated, intentional, and willful, with the stated purpose of causing actual and monetary harm to Yuga Labs and to the holders of authentic Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. Okay, so turning now over here, we could see the docket for this case. It's captioned Yuga Labs Incorporated versus Ripps, and it's out of the District Court for the Central District of California. And it's a complaint for the causes of action of trademark infringement. So it's a trademark infringement lawsuit. Let's take a look at the complaint and see. Alright, so here's the complaint. We could do a quick little run through of the complaint. Here's the attorneys. Fenwick and West Limited Liability Partnership. This is the lawsuit. I think they're based out of San Francisco, Mountain View. They're attorneys for the plaintiffs, Yuga Labs. We know it's out of the Central District of California. The parties to the suit, the plaintiffs, Yuga Labs Incorporated versus Ryder Ripps, Jeremy Cahan, and John Doe's 1 through 10. So the plaintiffs have the intent of adding on persons that they don't presently know the name of at this time, but hope to reveal the names of as a result of discovery. That's why they name them John Doe's, and once they reveal the names of these defendants through discovery, they're going to come back and amend the lawsuit to introduce the actual names of these defendants in the lawsuit. And as we can see here, it's a claim for false designation of origin, false advertising, cyber squatting. That's interesting. I really haven't seen that in blockchain before. Trademark infringement. Just as an aside, cyber squatting, I'll give you an example. Let's say you buy the domain, I'll just take a big one, Facebook, right? And this was before Facebook was a thing, and you just bought it and you held on to it. Or let's say there's a new company coming out called Ice Juice, right? And you buy the domain name icejuice.com, and this company actually develops a brand, and they want the domain name Ice Juice, but you're just hanging on to it with the hope of not really extorting them, but pretty much trying to leverage up your bet in that domain name, you can actually be sued for that under the cause of action cyber squatting. I was actually kind of shocked to find that out, but that's an example of cyber squatting. Trademark infringement, unfair competition, unjust enrichment, conversion, now remember that's civil law theft, conversion, and tortious interference, and that's generally tortious interference of a contract. So we have the parties right here, and then the nature of the case. They give an overview of what an NFT is, a non-fungible token, and how the Bored Ape Yacht Club is pretty much the best thing since sliced bread, according to these people. Apparently they're trademarked, right? And they go on to say, Ripps misused Yuga Labs' trademarks and false advertising of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they said it wasn't accidental. He intentionally did this. And they say that his conduct causes damages that are irreparable injuries to Yuga Labs with an incalculable loss of goodwill. All right, so the Lanham Act, that's the Federal Trademark Act. It's the Lanham Act. So they're asserting a violation of that. False advertising laws is according to the U.S. Code, so federal false advertising laws. Federal cyber squatting laws, unfair competition. We just went over all this. Oh, and then this comes up time and time again. If I ever write a treatise on this, this is definitely going in there. California Business and Professions Code. It's pretty much Unfair Businesses Practices Acts, and each state has their own set of different statutes and a business code, if you will, that pertains to business law in that particular state. I know here in my jurisdiction we have something similar. It's an Unfair Trade Practices Act, and if you are found guilty of it, you get what's known as treble damages. So it's pretty much 3x damages. If a jury awards you $10 in damages, boom, you get 30, just based on the nature of that statute, treble. All right, so they go over the parties again. Yeah, we know who the parties are. Jurisdiction and venue. We've been through this before. You can watch my previous videos on jurisdiction and venue to get a sense of what that is. Then they provide the facts. I kind of pretty much know the facts. If you want to actually go through it and see them, you're more than welcome to read the lawsuit. They give examples of what the Bored Apes are, examples of how major brands, Adidas, Universal, Arizona Iced Tea, work with the Bored Apes to create experiences, so on and so forth. And then we keep going, and then they go on to the infringement of the Bored Ape Yachts. Oh, wow. This is pretty bad. Okay, here. The NFT on the left is an official Bored Ape Yacht Club, and we can see the picture right here, which is identical to the copycat Ryder Ripps Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT on the right. They even have the same name, number 1058. I mean, this isn't looking good for this dude, Ryder Ripps. Wow. Not good. Not good. Yuga Labs is trademark, so they actually filed a trademark with the USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office. Here are examples of their trademark. Let's keep going. And then eventually we get down, after we finish up to the first cause of action, false designation of origin. Okay. Yeah, they're claiming, Ryder Ripps claims that Bored Apes came from him, but it's not. So as a result, Yuga Labs has been, is now, and will be irreparably injured. Then we go down to false advertising, cyber squatting, as we said before. Let's do a little deeper dive into this one. On information and beliefs, Ripps managed, controls, and directs promotion and sale of the infringing and misleading BAYC NFTs and the intentional bad use of registration of the infringing domains. Now, what are the domains? Ripps registered the domain names rrbayc.com and apemarket.com. Okay. So, pretty much, Ripps is cyber squatting on this apemark domain that pretty much infringes upon Bored Ape Yacht Club's trademark. Trademark infringement, I think everybody and their mother knows what that is. Common law unfair competition, that's pretty much self-explanatory. We could do a deeper dive, but not today. Unfair competition, that's the California Unfair Business Practices Law. False advertising, we know what that is. Conversion, as I said, that's civil law theft. Intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. Okay. negligent interference with prospective economic advantage. I mean, we can kind of get an intent for what that is, and then that's the end of the suit. Alright, so here's my impression of this. Yuga Labs and BAYC, they have this Ryder Ripps fella dead to rights. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind. I mean, I've said it before in the legal field. Sometimes you'll think you have a layup or a slam dunk, and your actual course to charting that path to the layup or the slam dunk ends up being a lot more difficult than you would otherwise have anticipated. But in this case, you know, given the fact that I know at one point Yuga Labs was a $4 billion valuation, I don't know if that's so much so in the bear market now, but regardless of that, I mean, they still have a whole lot of money. And they have a whole lot of money to throw at lawyers. And just based on the facts of this case and how liberally these laws are drafted and construed, I mean, to me, if I had to bet on a sure thing, like, I mean, I could give a 99.98% chance that Yuga would win this on the merits, right? Which means that they probably have just a insane amount of leverage on this Ryder Ripps guy and the other defendant, and they will be able to eke out a settlement. And if they don't get the settlement that they want from Ryder Ripps, I mean, they're just going to take him to court and take him to trial, and they're going to win, in my opinion. And that is a very strong conviction opinion. And so, I mean, we saw the pictures. This guy literally copied the Bored Ape and named it the same thing. He was too lazy to even rename it. I mean, it's ridiculous. So don't go around infringing upon other people's copyright. Don't be like the Chinese, okay? Think for yourself. Create something. You know, don't piggyback off of the work of others. Don't go squatting on their domain. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of NFTs, but, you know, I can respect the hustle. And, you know, legally speaking, when it comes down to it, I mean, this is, I think, black and white trademark infringement. So, RIP Ryder Ripps. And, yeah, more power to you, Yuga Labs. So, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll keep pumping out more and more and more of this legal drama that never ceases to circulate and make its way through this crazy digital asset crypto space that goes up and down and back and forth, so on and so forth. But fascinating. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.